Well, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday the 28th. It wasn't a bad night last night. Quite mild, actually. Um, I didn't even get under my quilt. That's how warm it was. But what are you gonna do? I'll take it. It made it getting up easy this morning, and just kind of chilling here at the shelter. I camped up on top of the hill, pitched the tent up there, only because I didn't want to stay in the shelter. But it looks as though that may be the case for tonight, because it's supposed to be raining in the morning and most of the day tomorrow. And I'll have about just under 7 miles from that shelter to get to the chariot. So, but it's a beautiful day. You can actually see that there are colors out. Plenty of them. Mostly oranges and golds. Well, I shouldn't say oranges, but yeah, I guess oranges and golds. But they're out much stronger than they are in Virginia. So I'm gonna get me something to eat and get to getting on my way. As you can see, I've got the breakfast table all set and ready to go. Been down the trail to get some water. So I got some for the trip, because from what I'm seeing, I don't have any water between here and the next shelter. So, but that's okay, because I got plenty of it here, and it'll make my day easy. I decided to go back to this thing for comfort more than anything else, because yeah, it's a heavy pack. It's an AG 65. I don't know that was a really wise decision. I guess it is. It tells me that it's heavier than I like. So my view from around the shelter here. We're going up this way, and I'll get ready to leave. I guess the only thing I'd have to say about putting up here, and I'm sure it's probably going to be the same way at the next shelter, but boy, the trains. They got trains like no tomorrow. And they run all night. So, not as often at nighttime, but they still do. And you can still hear road noise too. So, probably not optimal. If I had better legs, I'd have kept pushing on, but I just didn't have them. So, you take what you get and live with it. All right, well, let's get to eating. All right, so once again, we're gonna get on our way. It's a very warm day. I mean, not blistering hot or anything, but for this time of year, definitely warm. It's supposed to get up high as 76 today, and it's probably only maybe 8 or 10 degrees away from that now. So, but here we have it. Back up at the turnoff to get down to the shelter, and now on our way to the next shelter. Just under 7. So, should be a relatively easy day. Just keeping the legs in shape kind of thing. Got to, because they go to heck in a hurry. And I know we got a couple of viewpoints today, or at least one for sure. So, you'll see it as I see it. Let's get moving on. All right, wait for it. So we're looking just about due south, about 5 degrees before due south. Yeah. You remember that view from yesterday? Well, now we got it again, just a little further up. A little further north. Beautiful view. I'm standing on top of a series of boulders right by a power line, as you can see in the picture. It's a little hazy, mostly because it's a little cloudy, and of course the sun is making it to where there's some glare, as you can tell. All right, let me get on down off these rocks. Let me turn around here. So now I'm looking almost due north, and you can see that's the base of the electrical lines, the power lines. You can get some shots from the other side of the power lines. That's where the trail is. I had to climb up here. Yeah. So, not a bad climb or anything, just a little bouldering. All right, let's get down to the bottom here and get pitch. So that's where I was standing, like right up through the, almost at the point of the V of the tower there. I was standing up there, so yeah, a little tricky getting up there, but not terrible. All doable. Now let's take a look at this view, which I think this one's the better, to be honest with you, only because the sun's in our favor. You know, where we're looking at now is almost north, well, northeast. But let's zoom in here. Remember those bridges? Yep. Still in view. Same ones we were looking at yesterday. And if you look closely, you can see where the Juanita and the Susquehanna split. Right there. So, and then of course, let's bring this back in. In. All right, there we go. There's the view. As far as the eye can see. Not sure what mountains. Let me check and see if I can tell. Probably the Allegheny. Give me a second. Yeah, so those mountains way off in the distance is still the Appalachian Range. I thought maybe Allegheny, but there I go thinking. So, they're over there a good ways. There you be. What a view. What a view, what a view. So the nice thing is we're kind of ridge walking to a degree today. Peters Mountain. We started that yesterday, obviously, but that is kind of what it looks like up on the ridge. I just left the power lines that we just took the view spot pictures. I thought I'd give you a view of what I'm looking at afterwards. This is relatively easy. No stone, no rocks, not as bad, but it won't last long. I'm sure I'll be back in the rocks again. We'll see as we progress. And you really can't appreciate the fall colors other than the fact that they look pretty when the sun bounces off of them. But there you have it. One other thing. I haven't seen a soul since yesterday when I got to the shelter. Ran into about, I guess it was about 7 Amish guys heading south. And they were just cameling up at the shelter. But yeah, when they left, the woods became mine. I haven't heard a peep or a squeak of another soul. If it wasn't for the trains and the road noise, ideal. So, all right, enough of me jibber jabbering. Let me move on. Well, if you haven't been able to tell, I keep bouncing back and forth across the ridge of the Peters Mountain here. So we're looking back at the Susquehanna at the other end now. Yeah. I'm told there's a statue way out there, just about, hang on. So I'm told where you see the two mountains come down to meet the river, just to the right of the shorter leg mountain, I guess is the best way to say it. There's a little statue out in the middle of the Susquehanna. Apparently they call that the Statue of Liberty. That's what I was told yesterday. I really don't know, but yeah, beautiful view. It's a shame the sun's directly in our face, but there you have it. And yeah, nothing but mountains and water. So the things you do when you're not in a hurry to get to your destination, because you know it's going to be early when you get there. So I've been kind of sauntering along. My last stop there with the view down onto the river, I was talking about the Statue of Liberty. I Googled it, and sure enough, it is a miniature replica of the original. You have to Google it up. It's got quite a cool history behind it. So there you have it. Some things you just can't get out of your brain, and you gotta You gotta look. You gotta look it up. So, all right, well, I'm just sitting here chilling. Getting ready to go move on down the trail some more. Maybe a mile and a half in, something like that. Got somebody coming up on me. You know how sometimes you see things that you just couldn't believe? Had one of those moments a few minutes ago. A couple of young ladies hiking southbound on the trail, and they're well in it. And the lead lady doing it barefoot. Yeah. Not for me. Well, there's some color for you. Yeah. Looking back towards Duncannon. And again, it's another warm day. Not horribly warm, but warm enough. Yeah. About halfway through our journey today. So, like I said, just kind of tooling along, not looking to do mileage, because I know even if I tried, I couldn't make it to where the truck is today, so it would destroy me. Nope, not doing it. We'll just take it nice and easy. Zoom in a little bit. Looks like a little bit of an ATV trail or something down there. I don't know. Maybe a logging service road or something. Who knows? Anyway, moving on. Well, another view back towards the Susquehanna. That's the Susquehanna way out there. And on off to a couple other mountains. A little bit of a climb, nothing bad. And I've got about 3 to go. Something like that. It's supposed to be another view spot, so I'll show it to you when we get there. So here we have another power line view. This is looking off to the north, to upper north. So it's northern Susquehanna River there. We haven't seen that one yet. And of course I'm following back towards Duncannon, which you can't see anymore. Yeah, power lines, and they're singing to me. I can hear them buzzing. So you know there's some juice running through those bad boys. Gonna zoom in a little bit. That's kind of a little bit more. That's kind of the view I have. Yep. And a pretty one at that. Work for those darn power lines. All right, we got another view spot coming. It sounds like I'm huffing and puffing. That's because I am. Look at this. Got to go down that, all the way down to the bottom to get water. And if you think that doesn't look so bad, that's what I came down. I'm maybe halfway. So, yeah. What we will do for water.